Hey, on my question about moving your body, you know, I saw one of the commenters, which I appreciate people responding, saying, well, you just need to do counter steering. And, you know, when you're going through a turn, I don't think there's any other way to steer except counter steering. So I feel like I'm already doing that. You know, I might be a little nervous about how low to go, but like this is counter steering right here. If I was to grab the steering wheel and just turn it, I would wreck. You know, it's not like riding a bike. Well, I mean, actually, I guess on a bike you do it too, but like right here, this is counter steering. And I don't think there's any other way to do it. I know people are well-intentioned and giving me that advice. I appreciate it. I have seen people, I'm not talking sport riders and crazy sport riders, just, you know, in general, people with advice have different threads and videos I've watched have talked about how you should lean your head or lean your body. You know, on the edge of the seat for weight, and I just don't. I'm gonna have to read up more on it. And it seemed like most of you in the comments agreed that you don't. But I do sometimes wonder just a slight moving to the edge, if that would be warranted. I think for me it's the getting confidence to lean even more through those curves and using the brake appropriately. I received an email from GoPro asking me to contact them about they wanted to replace my media mod. Okay, this was after all the notes, after all the chat, after all the tests, after proving to them, uploading videos, uploading photos. Okay, so I get back in touch by chat, which is the quicker way to get a hold of them, and it took 25 minutes. 25 minutes just, and it took about 8 minutes to wait, and they said 15 if by phone. Okay, wait 8 minutes or less. Then after that 25 minutes of answering, hello, how are you today? Yes, let me read your case. I am pleased to help you. Okay, can you get me my return? Well, do you have any friends that have other GoPros? And I said, why? Why is that relevant? Thank you for indulging the question. We are curious. This went on, like, I feel like it's just intentionally being annoying. Then I had to upload the serial number to the media mod, which I'd already done before. Then they started asking me if I've done a factory reset, which I told them I'd already done that, and that I don't think it's the media mod. But then they tell me, I mean, this went on for 25 minutes where I've been asking, can we hurry this along? Like, what do you need to, you told me, GoPro told me you wanted to send me a new media mod. Okay, let's make that happen. Well, hold on, just a few more questions. How many times have you, it's just starting over with their decision tree. And even though they have my profile, they have my case, I have to again document, upload a file, confirm my address, and even that, confirming the address, probably took about 6 minutes of just back and forth. And I'm just not in their fan club. Then she tells me that I may need to send back my existing one before they will ship the new one. And I said, well, when you use the word may, that also means may not. I may not need to send it back. But do you actually mean I will have to send it back? I must send it back? Yes, that is what we mean. It's not optional. So I have to ship it on at my dime. This is now the second time. Send it back to them, which from here to California takes about 2 to 5 days, it seems. Then they take 2 to 4 days to process it, and then they send it on a slow boat across the U.S., so to speak. 2 to 5 days, probably 4 to 5 days. So, you know, you're 2 weeks without your equipment. I'm inclined just to skip it, because I don't think it's the hardware. I think it's their firmware. And they're so, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. I don't know why it's harder to just fix it, the firmware, than to keep giving out replacement media mods. And yeah, it's possible that I'm wrong, but there are so many forums I've been on where people are having similar issues, and we've all gone through different steps. And there's one guy I consider kind of the guru expert, and he's like, yeah, I've been telling GoPro for years, and they know who he is. They respond to posts he makes to address them, but not this one. They just, and of course, their support staff will tell you that if you buy the latest GoPro, we have not heard similar reports. Well, they've been saying that for the past 6 models. You know, I might be exaggerating a little, but some people have said that they actually go back to their older GoPros rather than the newer models, because the older ones didn't have that issue. You know, sorry to just sound like I'm complaining about GoPro, but it's like, I mean, nothing is simple. Where you contrast it with Apple, they talk to you like you're a human. They don't make you duplicate silly little steps that you've told them you've already done. Now, if you're a novice, they'll walk you through how to do everything. But if you're not, you say, hey, I've done this and this, they'll say, hey, okay, well, let us do this and that. But each time I've had a replacement with them, they go ahead and send out the replacement, and they send, it's different sometimes, but sometimes they'll send a return label, and they'll say, like, if we don't get yours back within 30 days, then we'll have to charge you for the one we sent. And I love that. You're not waiting. They get it to you quickly. By the way, I appreciated the time someone took when I was talking about taping up the underside of my helmet, which I did. And they cautioned me about the CO2 buildup, I think. So I took all that tape off, but I still have, I bought instead of the mesh chin pad that was in this Shoei helmet by default, it has one that has like a leatherette on the bottom, mesh on the top, to block some of the air. And between that and wearing this silk neck gaiter, it kind of eliminated any cold, or, you know, all the cold I needed. I'm feeling pretty good with it. So definitely appreciate that tip. Been doing pretty good with that setup. Again, I've been thinking about trail braking because I've been studying it more, and Motorman was talking about the front brake, not to grip it, just to, you know, easy. But I'm not sure how you do the throttle and roll off unless you're doing it with the rear foot. But it seems it's the front that you're supposed to use. I got somebody behind me, so I'm not going to overdo it here, but like in real twisties, I'm going to have to, obviously it's just something I'm doing wrong, but and I've not been on really twisting roads that often, and when I have been in the mountains, I've been pretty uncomfortable. And I've probably used the rear because I thought that was the right thing to do. And with Motorman, it's like in his slow drills, obviously he talks clutch, throttle, brake, rear brake for those slow maneuvers. So with the turns, though, he was emphasizing the front brake because it puts pressure on the front tire. I guess I haven't understood how that helps. I'm gonna have to go back. I don't remember it. I don't remember why you want that. An update on the flying eyes. So I paid the $45 to have them ship me the 4 frames. $30 for the sampling, $15 for shipping to and from. Though they make you try to feel like you're getting free shipping back. You paid for it. You get the $30 back in a credit if you buy their frames. But all in, you know, between the frames and trying to put lenses in either with them or doing it locally, it was going to be about $650. Like, I couldn't believe it. If I order it from them, or these are for progressive lenses. And I went into my local lens crafters, and they had some safety glasses that for motorcycling I'd be fine wearing, and they're like $215 with the progressive lenses and the featherweight lenses to make them lighter. I couldn't take them out on a ride to test, but I had my helmet with me and was able to try on different styles. So that's the way I'm going. I'm not going with the flying eyes. They're just too expensive.